हेलो भैया
कहाँ पे लगाएगा? और यहाँ पे एंट्रेंस पे समय कहते हो कि हमको इनके हॉल पे जाना है। बेड एक टेबल और खाली करवा।
यहाँ पे ऐसा
यहाँ पे रखूँ बाहर रखूँ she will take charge of it.
Friends, whoever finished registration, send them in so we can start.
It goes faster.
No.
It goes faster. Neetu. Inside Neetu. Give 2-3 sheets. People can do registration.
Yeah. No, not for me.
$9.45. 9:50.
Hi Rajni,
Hi Arun. Welcome.
a long journey, Raji.
Yes.
I've been at it for a year and a half.
No, that's HRLM, right?
Yeah.
HRLM is that. Delhi.
Give this to all.
No. Just the people, just like the invitees, like the lawyers and deaf people who are from not from different, like all these people who are charged with different. So we'll make sure everybody has.
Bad.
Registration is going very slow now. सेल नंबर है, मैं उसको रोकूं फिर वंदना? ठीक है, मैं करती हूँ। हाँ ठीक है, मैं अभी करती हूँ। हाँ
to break her. I want to know about this surgery. And is he your best loss?
थोड़ा शुरू तो है काफी, मतलब चीजें जो उम्र आ रही है नीचे से ना, रील कराना पड़ेगा ना, रील तो होता नहीं।
Hello, yeah. Hello, my name is Shakil. Yeah, I'm working in HRLN, advocate. Yeah.
Just read the schedule out. I want a sound check.
Hello. Welcome everybody. This is a national symposium on disability and law for the persons with hearing impairment. Okay.
clapping for you, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, friends. I'd like to welcome all of you to this inaugural session of the symposium, National Symposium on Disability and the Law for the Hearing Impaired. It is our great pleasure that the Chief Justice of Delhi, he's now been being sent to Punjab and Haryana as the Chief Justice at Chandigarh High Court, has kindly consented to come, and he's here with us today. I'm not going to take more time because His Lordship has very little time and he's kindly consented to come here. I'm going to hand over the mic immediately to Deepika, who will give a welcome address, and then His Lordship will address.
Good morning, friends, and a very warm welcome once again to all of you who've come from very, very far. And good morning, Honorable Sir. Thank you for being with us today. For those of you who don't know HRLN is a network, a national network of social activists, lawyers, researchers around the country who work on human rights issues. Especially, we use the legal system to help vulnerable, marginalized, and poor people fight for their rights. And this symposium is actually a step in that direction. This is one of the first time that HRLN has done a symposium with the deaf groups, and we're very excited with what will emerge over the next 2 days. Sitting among us are also our activists from all around the country, so I hope that you'll use these 2 days to build links with your state as well. HRLN's work on disability actually started in the year 2000 when we had a national conference on globalization, social movements and the law. And at that point we had realized that disability was a newly emerging area of human rights law, and it was very important that the human rights groups like ours work on this issue. At the Panchgani conference we had a special workshop on disability, and post that we've done quite a lot of work on disability with disabled groups around the country. Some of the work that we've done a case on elections, on the question of right to vote for disabled. Shakil, who is here with us from Hyderabad, had got a landmark victory on getting dwarfs included into the disabled category. Many of our units are involved in cases of application of quotas, reservation quotas, and disabled people not getting employment. And we also have an interesting case in Chennai, where we have disabled persons being a case have been put in for disabled persons having access to temples. With deaf groups actually grew out of a lecture series that we did in 2004. Where we had a deaf activist, Mr. Jeff Rosen, who came from America, from the US, and he was the president of the National Council for the Disabled. It's a national body which advises the president on matters of disability, but his being deaf actually really focused our issue on the whole issue of deaf and the problems that the deaf face. Because what we realize that while the disabled are a marginalized group in society, the deaf are even more marginalized, unfortunately. And what we have noticed is that even among the disability groups, there is very little sensitivity to issues on the deaf and what deaf people face. And it was actually post that we started thinking that we really need to do something focused on disability in relation to deafness. And post that, Rajiv has been looking at how we could start a conference, do a symposium on this, and today is actually the culmination of a lot of effort that went in that direction. And of course, before I conclude, I just would like to say that this conference would not have been possible without all our partners, all of them who have helped us bring people from around the country, and we really hope that we use these 2 days to build a national network. Because one thing that Jeff said throughout all his talks was that really the only way to get your rights is to mobilize and fight for them. And that's something that we should go from this conference. How do we really form a national network? What are the critical issues that we're going to take up from this after these 2 days? And how do we link with the lawyers here and take up some critical cases in the court as well? Thank you very much.
Just as a clarification to all people who are here for the first time, deaf people clap like this. A visual clapping. This is hearing clapping, visual clapping.
Chief Justice Vijayendra Jain needs no introduction. He has been a part of our justice system, and we extremely appreciate all that he has done. I have been in his court on several occasions, and he has an extremely humane approach. He listens, and he listens not only with his ears, he listens with his mind. And therefore, it is my very great pleasure not only to welcome him, but also to now request him to address the gathering.
It's indeed a pleasure for me to be with you today morning, and I must share that it's my first meeting with the hearing impaired audience, and therefore I have been instructed to speak slow so that my language, which is being translated by our friend Arun Roy, can reach to all of you.
I find that judges already speak quite deliberately, so please hold your own pace.
It's all right. When Roma Bhagat came to tell me that I have to come, as a matter of fact, I have to speak in a national conference at 10:30 in Vigyan Bhavan with regard to terrorism and criminal justice system as an inaugural speaker. But when she told me about that, this 2 days national workshop is dedicated for a meaningful dialogue for the purposes of understanding the problem of deaf and dumb people, I thought that I will be failing in my duty if I do not associate with the problem which has got human perspective. Laws are not sufficient to translate into reality what is required for disabled people. We have to change the mindset of the people, of our neighbor, of our family, of our friends, of our environments. If these laws can have any meaningful enforcement. Cases do come to the court either on account of private litigation or on account of public interest litigation. Supreme Court, High Courts, they issue directions. Sometimes directions are implemented, sometimes directions are not implemented. Therefore, what is required is the sensitivity of those who are in the society must share the trauma, the anguish of the disabled people. I think Roma Bhagat or Mr. Colin Gonzalez or Mr. Ashok Agarwal, who is in the audience, now I can say, because I will no more be dealing with that case in Delhi High Court, as I will be off to Chandigarh on Monday evening. I had laid down in one matter which was filed by Javed Abidi and others which are also connected with it, that it is not only the question of providing jobs in terms of the reservation of the statute. It has to be society and the state has to provide an overall living conditions where a person with disability, on any account of disability, should not feel that he is a second grade citizen of this country. Now, I was told that for the deaf people, there is not a single university or a college. There are very few interpreters of the language which can be communicated to the deaf people. When we talk of taking India to a great height, we must not forget that a very large number of our population who are disabled are not left behind. Otherwise, taking a few to the top echelon will not serve the purpose for which India attained independence, or our constitution provided Article 14, Article 16, Article 39A. As a matter of fact, Ms. D'Souza, Ms. Gonzalez, Ms. Bhagat, you are not doing something by asking the state, except the state to perform its constitutional mandate in terms of these articles. If you see Article 39A, of the Constitution of India, it says that access to justice and equality for opportunities has to be provided to all the citizens irrespective of any disability. All the subsequent laws which has been enacted providing reservation of 3% or whatever the percentage is to get that enforcement of the constitutional mandate. I raise my voice in unison with you and I am sure that the initiative of all who are assembled here will create an impact on the lawmakers, interpreters of law, that's the court, as well as enforcement agencies. I will be glad to do in my individual capacity whatever I can in taking the voice of the mute people, that whatever is possible in establishment of at least a department in the universities, effort should be made that enough number of interpreters could be trained so as people without voice have voice in the affairs of the nation. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. That was indeed a very, very welcome start to this morning's proceedings, and we hope on this note we shall carry on and continue and achieve at a fruitful end to this 2-day symposium with some real needs and issues and causes being identified so that this can be taken forward as His Lordship has said. Thank you.